Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Today's been a very long day. I've been doing nothing but troubleshooting since the time I woke up, and it's almost 5 p.m. now. So it's been a long day of just changing small little minute things to get it to work. I bought this Stream Deck by Elgato so I could switch between frames like this, or switch between scenes seamlessly. And I bought a second webcam so I could do what you're seeing right now, which is showing my face here, and then also being able to do the frame down in the hexagon. So I have the C920 from the Logitech that I've used forever. Great webcam, highly recommended. And I'm also using their new webcam, the C930E, and it's a pain in the ass. And overall, my opinion is that it's a piece of shit, and I would not recommend it to anyone. And I've spent most of my day replacing drivers on that, trying Logitech drivers, trying Microsoft drivers, switching updating the drivers on my motherboard for the chipset, for the USB, to make sure everything was working right. And as you can see right now, as I'm just sitting here barely moving at all, it's not quite keeping up with the frame rate of my fucking mouth moving. Like, it's just stuttering a little bit too much. I'm using the default device settings now. I've tried custom everything. I've tried fucking everything, team. And this is the best it's looked. It's in a little 4x3 box. I can go this far. It's garbage. It's garbage. So that's been my day. So we're gonna play Kharazim, because Kharazim's real fun. And he's gonna make me feel better.
Guide my path.
That's your intro. That's where it stops. By the way, I mean, you don't need the Stream Deck to do this. It was just, I wanted to have a button here next to me. There's like, it's a little box that's sitting down here on my desk with a bunch of monitors on it, and I can push a button to change the scenes rather than going over to this PC and like leaning way over and trying to find the right scene to click on. It's just a really simple fix. The reason I need two webcams for this, for any of you that are interested, is because OBS doesn't allow you to use the same webcam with different filters in multiple scenes. So I had to use a separate webcam for this because I just want the chroma key and I don't want to crop behind me. Or I don't want to crop this image in. But then I had to use an image blend on this one in the shape of a hexagon in order for this to work. And I also have this hero's frame that I made that I don't actually need at all. I was just thinking it might make things easier. It didn't make anything easier. But yeah, it's been a fucking hell of a day, team. Yeah! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves... Oh, by the way, the other day, my processor was capping out as well. It's at 80% right now, which is higher than it usually is when I stream. Oh, I need to fix this too. It's higher than it usually is when I stream, and I'm not sure why. It may be a thermal issue because it is hot as fuck in my room during the summer, so I did order the water cooling heat sink for my processor and see if that helps. Fuck if I know. Anyway, welcome. I'm gonna stop bitching about technical shit that probably most of you don't care about. We've had thousands and thousands of new Pally Bros show up since the release of Heroes 2.0. Welcome to the channel. We pretty in-depthly covered the stealth assassins, and I gave my opinions on them. A lot of people were asking me which support I actually enjoyed playing. And Kharazim, miles ahead of every other support in the game, is the one I enjoy the most. Very aggressive playstyle, rewards split-second reaction times, and just overall, one of the most enjoyable experiences in the game as far as I am concerned. His Q ability is Radiant Dash. This allows him to dash to anything that has a health bar and is not a building. This means enemy minions, friendly minions. Later on, we'll be making these spirit dudes that we could jump to. Stuff like that. He can extremely mobile if he can keep track of those charges, and he can get around the map pretty well. His W ability is an AoE heal around him, which makes it pretty easy to keep your allies alive. Allies that are in range of your heal will show up with a golden like circle underneath them, which makes it pretty easy to keep them alive. Let's just go ahead and get out of the range of that false stat bullshit, and then go back in. I wanted to beat him up. Samuro wasn't feeling it, but yeah, for a moment there, you may have been able to see under Samuro's feet. He had a little golden circle, and that simply means that we can heal him. Our E ability increases our attack speed for like 4 seconds or something. 2 seconds, we get 100% increased attack speed. And this is going to come into play more later on, but essentially, with the level 1 trait that we took, which was Insight, every third auto attack, we're going to get mana return. So increasing our auto attack speed simply means that we can get more mana returned to us. Go ahead and dash away from that false stat there.
For the glory.
The goal of this build, and I've shown it off on the channel before. I mean, it's nothing new. If you've seen it before, it's pretty much the same. I did change the level 7 talent, however, so that's slightly different. Essentially, your goal is to always be attacking. When things aren't going well for your team, you don't care. You go in and you attack, and you make it right. The more you hit, the more mana you get back, the more health, the more healing you can then do because you have just basically unlimited mana. And once we auto-attack 100 things with our critical hit, which is our 3rd attack. So I guess once we auto-attack 300 times in a match, which I usually finish at about the 5-minute portion of the game, we will then get cooldown reduction as well, which means we have this constant stream of mana coming into our character, as well as cooldown reduction, making it so we can heal even more and actually use that mana effectively. Now, normally people aren't rotating with me, so I could just stand still and hit stuff. I might go get a camp really quick just to have something to hit. As long as my team's soaking XP, we can dip off and do something else, and there's not a damn thing wrong with that at all. We just need to make sure that we're always attacking. We haven't quite always been doing that this game. We're a little behind on where I would like to be with my quest. Usually, I'm at about 50 critical hits by now. They're not actually critical hits, it's just the empowered strike. So let's just go hit this, basically, is what I'm saying. Not going to be able to solo this, but we can at least whittle it down a little bit. At least I don't think we could solo it at this portion of the game. We're going to have to go back for a sippy cup or something. We can use our spirit ally to keep us alive a little bit longer, though, and of course, our heal every 9 seconds. Again, should not be able to solo this at this portion of the game. We are simply doing this to get more hits for our quest, and XP should be going fine. Like, everyone seemed to be rotating and it was going okay. So we'll go ahead, sippy cup, and then go back and help Samro finish this off. And this will just be pushing the bottom lane, apply a little bit more pressure to that Alarak, and get our Gazlo a little bit better off on Siege as well. So the friendly team I didn't go over it yet: Kharazim, Sebero, Gazlo, D.va, and Chromie. The enemy team: Falstad, Zul, Jin, Medivh, Brightwing, and Alarak. So if this video does end up being choppy, I do apologize. I'm not sure what I can do to fix it until either the cooling issue is solved, assuming that's what it was, because I mean, with all these studio lights on and monitors completely going around me and 2 supercomputers running all of the time, I mean, my room hovers at about 82 Fahrenheit in the summer, which I shouldn't have to tell you sucks. We're at about 77 on our quest right now, and we're approaching the 5-minute mark, so I am behind. Normally, like I said, normally I would like to be done right now. And I've never had those processor issues in the past, but it could just be that the default fan for my heatsink for my CPU just giving out a little bit. They only run for so long, team, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's been my day. I've been troubleshooting all this stuff, and it's all in my mind, and I get really obsessive with technical problems and stuff like that. Like, it quickly becomes the only thing I can think about, and I apologize if that's getting irritating. Like, if something happened during my day and it's bothering me when I go to bed, I will not be able to sleep. I just lay in bed and I reflect on whatever this issue was, which can be good for, like, problem-solving things, but if you ever get in a state of poor mental health for, you know, a little bit of time, which I was in last year, I was going through some shit last year, it could be difficult to deal with. Luckily, computer hardware, whatever, we can replace it. We can rebuild, we can make it better. I did go ahead and turn in and get that objective going. We're also almost done with our level 1 trait quest. We are just a few auto attacks away. Uh-oh, team. Overstayed really bad. I should have not tanked that whole minion wave, obviously. I was only half paying attention, if I'm just being honest with you. Okay, so we have 16,000 healing in the bank. Normally, by the end of a game, I'm well over 100,000 with this build. You can do a ton of healing with it, especially after your quest is online, which is why you want to do that as fast as possible. Just always be attacking something. Get your auto attacks in there, team. Now that the objective is pushing, I'll go ahead and join my team wherever they go. What kind of a false stat is this? This is Q. I got you, bud. I have a green dude. I'll put it down in just a second, too. You can stand by him. He'll make you real healthy. Hopefully he stays in that. He kind of... Nah, he didn't at all, did he? He just walked right the fuck out of it. I do use the Spirit Ally almost immediately as a fight starts because, as you just saw, your teammates don't give a shit about your Spirit Ally. They'll move out of it as fast as they can. But if you can throw it down, and it takes about 50 health every second, something like that, at this level. So if you can get it down, it is a very, very big help in just keeping people alive. Also heals you, so you can go in and trade a little bit more. Divine Pop coming out at level 10. This is a ability that's pretty fucking difficult to use, and it's going to take some practice if you have never played Kharazim before. That was a good unstoppable. If you've never played Kharazim before, because essentially it's all about the timing. If you mess up the timing, you mess up the ability. You have a 3-second window to put this on someone, and if that target you Divine Palm dies, then they will go into a stasis for a few moments and then be resurrected. Not really resurrected because they never actually died, but brought back to a pretty healthy portion of health. As of right now, it's a 1600 heal on a target. So as you can imagine, pretty impactful in the middle of a team fight. But of course, the enemy team can see when you have used Divine Palm, and they can choose to not attack the target that you have palmed, which is why it's so crucial to get the timing right on this ability, because if you mess it up, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. And your allies are probably going to be dead. Let's go ahead and drop the green guy for Chromie, which she immediately runs out of range of. Thank you for using my talent. You guys are really making me feel good about my pickup here. Really making me feel good. Looks like the enemy team was able to steal our camp from right under our noses. That might be a bit of a problem. We'll just rotate to the middle lane. We'll push this out. The friendly team can clean that up, no problem. And I will just continue to try to get spider butts here. You got bribe on this map? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Bribing's not doing anything else, you know? I mean, I wouldn't get Bribe versus a fucking Gazla, because he could just kill it in like 3 seconds, but Bribe on this map isn't necessarily bad.
Mind is clear.
My goal is to not die for the rest of the game, but still be aggressive at the same time. So we'll go ahead and pressure that fall stat out there. We could heal up our Gazlo, dash in, heal him up, no problem. Now at level 7, like I said, I did make a change. Instead of going for the Heavenly Zeal, I've actually started opting in for Blinding Speed, which allows me to dash a little bit more. With this change, I've been able to land more Divine Palms because you can dash in on targets, but it's also allowed me to survive through situations I would normally die in. And of course, I can justify that by having a lot of experience with this build and knowing what I can and cannot live through. But, you know, it may be hard to justify for someone else, you know what I mean? But it makes a big difference. The mobility increase is really, really big. And of course, it takes 2 seconds off your cooldown for your dash, which means that as you're gaining this cooldown reduction, you're going to be able to dash even more. Normally, that's a talent you would pick up for the offensive Kharazim builds, the one where you go for the Iron Fists at level 1. But we're kind of applying it just as extra mobility for a cooldown reduction build now as well. We are going to go for Fists of Fury at 13. This is increased duration on our E ability, which simply means that we're going to have a longer period in which we have that increased attack speed, which means that we can... Ooh, let's get out of that. Which means that we can continue to get more cooldown reduction. We get more value out of our E ability because the E ability essentially lasts longer, and we're going to be attacking that 100% faster for a longer period of time. In perfect situations, you can... Was that a guillotine? In perfect situations, you can cast your E ability, continue to attack something, and then your E ability will be up within a second of the duration ending, which is a lot of extra mana that's going to be returning to your character and a lot of cooldown reduction that your character is going to be getting at the same time as well. So the enemy team did get the objective, but I'm not too worried about it as of right now. Let's go ahead and try to navigate around all this bullshit that's happening. We might have to palm ourselves here. They're actually not dealing much damage to me at all. But at the same time, I don't really feel like I can engage too hard here either. We just need to wait a little bit, heal our allies up just a little bit, and then maybe we can do something. We also have Sippy Cup back here, so we can go ahead and grab that and then re-engage, no problemo, if that's what the team wants to do. We do not have our Chromie here, however. We need to make sure we start to dodge these Medivh Qs just a little bit as well. Go ahead and put the green man down. I'm sure everyone will get out of it immediately, don't worry. That may have actually been a decent opportunity to Divine Palm. I was debating it as I saw the projectile going out, but ended up not needing it. We could probably get an Alarak kill here. As a team, not me. Not me, mind you. I don't deal much damage. We are simply here to be a healer. That's going to be one Alarak kill in the book. I didn't realize, or excuse me, that was a Tezdingo kill. I didn't realize the cooldown of his other ultimate was so short. So that's Divine Palm landed on D.Va. They're going to keep her in the game a little bit longer. She normally would have died there, but we use our dash to jump in and save her. Let's go ahead and put the green man down. And we can continue pushing in with our team here, no problem. Just tapping our W as often as possible to keep our health high. Beautiful. Beautiful. Level 16 achieved by the friendly team. Level 13 achieved by the enemy team. We're now going to go for Echo of Heaven, which gives us a second heal off of our W press. That heals for 75% of the initial amount after a few seconds. The beautiful part of this is you have continuous healing emanating off of Kharazim if you're able to continue to auto-attack. And that health is going to make him even better at auto-attacking because he basically gets double the value of his heal. I mean, it's not actually double, but you get what I'm saying. So for instance, if I were to... Hold on, team. Crowd control for days. If I was to heal right now, we could get another pulse of it here in just a moment. And if I was auto-attacking during that time, we would have another one ready to go in the chamber. Hi, Tezdingo. Goodbye, Tezdingo. Hi, Alarak. Bye, Alarak. As you can see, these guys are trying to burst me down, but our sustain, even without auto-attacking, is just too damn high. It's just too damn high. The objective is pushing in the middle lane. I can go ahead and attack this wall just to get some more cooldown reduction. And we don't have to go in. We don't have to overextend for any of that. We can heal up our Chromie on the back line here and then push in with our D.Va on the front line. That's another beautiful part about the... I was actually body blocked there. That's another beautiful part about the Echo of Heaven is that you can heal someone on the back line and then immediately jump to the front line and spread some healing around there as well. So normally what would be a pretty significant cooldown on your healing output, kind of significant cooldown on your healing output, becomes even less significant. You gotta drop down, you gotta deal damage. I mean, we don't have any CC to actually lock the Medivh down, but as you can see, we've done 70,000 healing. I believe I mentioned it already, but 100,000 healing is really, really easy to achieve with a build like this, especially if your team is grouping up. You do have to run you do have to play pretty cautiously versus a character like Kel'Thas. So if they start pushing out a lot of area of effect damage around you, that can be a little bit hard. If they have like a mosh pit on the enemy team, you do have to worry about that because you don't want to get locked down in melee range, but you have enough mobility to kind of do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want to. We do have another turn in we can get right here. Let's go ahead and put these in the box, team. See, my CPU usage right now is at 40%, 30%, but it's gone all the way up to 89 in this recording alone, so I keep checking on it. I don't know what's causing it to fluctuate that much. Especially because it's operating on a capture card. I mean, I have the gaming PC in front of me, the capture card over there. The capture card shouldn't be fluctuating in its load that much. I really don't get it. Let's go ahead and dodge that. Didn't do too much damage. We should be okay. But do you see how, like, this is the most comfortable support I have. Like, I'm completely chill this whole game. Not doing much stressing at all. Just going in and punching stuff and healing after I punch stuff. I mean, there's it's a playstyle you have to get used to, but for me at least, once I got used to it, it was just it came so naturally. And it's weird that I don't find that natural in Tyrande at all. Thank you for that. Thanks. Yep, I'm enjoying this. I always wanted to be a sheep. How'd you know? But especially against a team that's mostly burst damage, I mean, we can go in and poke and be totally fine. He put the Rite of Rakshir on me? You crazy! You're not gonna kill me! Okay, he might kill me. Yeah, they might kill me. No, we're fine. We're fine, team. We're fine. I got another heal for Chromie here. We're standing in the green man. Everyone immediately leaves the green man. Immediately! No green man value this game. I wish I had a green skin. Then I could be the green man, and people would avoid me. Well, we're pushing in with another objective. This enemy team isn't putting up too much of a fight. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my favorite maps, though, so I don't think I'm playing it particularly well. All right, we diving in? What are we doing? We pushing in with the objective? Whatever you guys want. I'm about to put a green man down, though, so please don't run away from it. Look at him! Oh, never mind. They're staying in it. Seriously, I put that green man down and I thought they were just fucking gone. I was trying to queue out of the way of that Alarak combo. I know he gets a little bit more damage every time he hits me, but to be honest with you, I'm just really not worried about it. Now, if we wanted to, we could Divine Palm the D.va mech to keep that alive. In most cases, that's not necessary at all. I am going to go for Storm Shield, level 20. This just adds to our damage mitigation, so we do every 45 seconds we can pop an AoE shield to everyone around us. Of course, that gives your heal a little bit more time to go off and keep everyone alive if you need that extra time. In most cases, you don't even need that extra time. Looks like we're about to hit the core, though, team. Got you that time. Oh, no, please don't focus me! I'm just a... Okay, well, they didn't even focus me. I was just going to Divine Palm myself because we haven't even had a use for it yet. Here we go. Yeah! I can live through everything! I am immortal! I am the Kharazim! Sorry, I just... Yeah, I get really into it sometimes, you know? I just get really into it sometimes. So that's why... Oh, I clicked on there. No, we have to go back to him. And now we go to it by using my Stream Deck and not clicking on OBS anymore. I need to get out of that habit. So that's my Kharazim build. I made it up a while ago. Been using it ever since. Really enjoy it. It's pretty good. Highly recommend you try it out. You can actually do an amazing amount of healing. My record for a 22-ish minute... Oh, I put it back. My record for a 22-ish minute game is just under 200,000 healing. And as you can see, 108,000 damage healed is 88.7% more than average players. So I didn't even think that was that good of a... I didn't even think that was that impressive of a healing game. And it's 88% more than other Kharazims. So the talents we used today: Insight, Spirit Ally, Blinding Speed, Divine Palm, Fist of Fury, Echo of Heaven, and Storm Shield at level 20. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully the footage wasn't laggy. Oh, it's been a stressful day. I've been really stressed out this week, and I don't even know why. It's just everything's getting to me. I mean, everyone gets vulnerable every now and then, I suppose, right?
Unacceptable. Must eliminate. No trace left.
Thank you. Thank you, Abathur.